Pretty privilege does not exist.
Does anyone else feel like being beautiful is slowly, low-key losing its value?
There is no pretty privilege. I don't care what nobody says.
I don't know who has fed our generation with such a load of bullshit, but pretty privilege is not a thing.
I keep on seeing a lot of females having this dumb conversation about pretty privilege, and I don't care what nobody say. Like, I don't think that pretty privilege is real.
Have you felt the subtle shift in how luxury is presented? Almost like it's whispering secrets instead of shouting? That's not accidental. Forget everything you thought you knew about pretty privilege in luxury. The flawless faces and aspirational lifestyles are no longer enough. We're witnessing a complete metamorphosis where true luxury is no longer about overt beauty, but an almost impeccable, understated aesthetic. We're deep diving into whether this is just a trend or if it's a new code for the elite. Hi babes, my name's Taja, mother of twins, lover of luxe things, and your guide for showing up with style and intention. We are definitely seeing a shift in the way that luxury is being presented to us, even as recently as the Ralph Lauren Christmas, right? And the repackaging of what we already know to be a traditional Christmas. The luxury arena seems to be changing shape once again, and now in order to look expensive you need to be understated, right? And there has been ongoing conversations online around pretty privilege. Is pretty privilege still a thing? Does it exist? Is it actually a privilege to be pretty? And I thought it would be interesting for us to think about whether pretty privilege is still relevant in relation to luxury. Okay, is beauty still a requirement to look luxurious? Are the two still connected? Do you have to be pretty to look expensive, or do you have to be pretty to appear to be rich? And how pretty? What kind of pretty? Right? Because definitely 2010's pretty was baddie pretty, okay? Kim Kardashian pretty, BBL pretty. Okay, so are we trying to be that pretty to look rich, to look expensive, or are we clean girl pretty? Are we the row pretty? Okay, and does it matter which one you are in order to be considered as luxury? The question around whether pretty privilege exists, again, I do often talk about the intellectualization of really simple concepts. I mean, I think it seems to have been discussed quite a lot, which is social media, right? So all things are kind of overly discussed. But the short answer is yes, of course it does. Of course pretty privilege still exists. Okay, guys, I'm not sure why we don't think so. Partly, I think, because we're not going outside and touching grass, guys. We have to be outside touching grass, okay? We have to be outside socializing. We have to be outside around other humans. Being chronically online really affects our judgment and our ability to critically think, and actually in some cases for some people really helps us to become unwell, okay? Not being outside, to the point where we are considering whether it is more beneficial to not be conventionally attractive. This isn't to say that there aren't some cons to being conventionally attractive or being considered as attractive. It's not all a bed of roses, okay? There are some rubbish things that happen as a consequence of you being perceived to be pretty, but the pros definitely outweigh the cons. I think we can agree on that. Right?
These are some things that I've noticed with pretty privilege versus when I did not have pretty privilege before my glow up, when people didn't really consider me to be pretty. You will land jobs and you will get things because you are pretty. There are jobs, and I can tell you this because I've worked one, where they will not hire you based off of the way you look. People will look at you and think or assume that you have nothing to offer but your looks. Your hard work, your genuine personality, everything will be dismissed because of the way you look.
There isn't anyone really, even if we look at celebrity culture, there's not really anyone that we look at who is very famous and has made loads of money who isn't easy on the eyes. Okay, whether we like to admit it or not, I think one of the ways we judge people instantly is based on attraction. I'm looking at this person, is this person attractive? You know, it's almost an involuntary response. Okay, so naturally, if you see somebody who you perceive to be pretty, of course, you're going to have some positive feelings around that compared to if you looked at that person and didn't think that they were attractive. This doesn't mean that if you are not conventionally attractive, right, if you don't meet the beauty standard, Okay, this doesn't mean that there is not a way for you to tap into your attractiveness, okay? Because a lot of the time, I don't think we give enough energy to the things we can control, right? We all get born into a body or into a look that is not our choice, okay? We get given what we're given, okay? We get given the skin, we get given the face, we get given the features. So there's not really much we can do about that unless you want to go down the enhancement route. And I'm gonna maybe be controversial and say that most of the time, I'd say probably 70% of the people that I see with enhancements, it doesn't make them look any better, okay? It makes you look enhanced. Okay, and when I say enhanced, it makes you look as though you've had some kind of surgery or had some kind of Botox. So if that's the look you're going for, then okay, but better, very rare. Okay, most of the time when it's making you look better, it's hard to even tell that it's happened. Okay, when it's making you look better. So it will be a slight, subtle improvement, but these kind of big facelifts, nose jobs, brow lifts, all of these kind of things, unless you are a celebrity and you have access to tons of money and you've got access to the best surgeons, okay, and or you've got access to the best surgeons because they want to make use of your influence. Okay, so they're willing to do the thing for cheaper or for free because they know that your face is going to get attention, Kris Jenner, right? And people are going to ask, so where did you go? And as a consequence, I'm going to get lots of business. Outside of those people, these kind of surgeries very rarely improve people's look. So I think it's okay for us to come to an agreement or a level of acceptance of the fact that we are all not going to be as attractive as each other. We're just not. Okay, there's levels to everything, and just like my mum used to tell me, there's always, you want to get in a fight, there's always going to be somebody who's stronger than you, there's always going to be somebody who's prettier than you, and that's okay. Okay, there's always going to be somebody who's more attractive than you, but this doesn't mean that you can't make sure that you are controlling what you can control. A lot of the time I see the ladies talking about maybe that they feel unattractive or they're not attractive.
For my ugly / conventionally unattractive girls, I have a question. How do you find the confidence to keep being yourself and keep being you, day to day, despite everything you see in the media and like around you in life in general? I feel like I've had enough. And whilst I feel like I don't care about what people, perceive me or what they think of me, I feel like it's me, myself, and how I see my reflection that's just been affecting me. And I've been doing things to change that, but I feel like I can be doing a lot more. I think another thing is that I feel as if I wait for permission to do certain things. I don't know if it's a youngest Nigerian child thing, but I feel like that's also holding me back a lot.
But there's some things that they could be doing to improve their look, guys. Are we practicing with our makeup? Are we going and working out? Are we watching what we eat? Are we taking care of our mental health? Are we wearing clothes that represent us well? Okay, are we doing those kind of things? And actually, I think if we all busied ourselves with those kind of things, then we wouldn't have much energy to be talking about we're unattractive, okay? Because when you get to a point where you feel confident because you know that you are doing the best with what you got, okay, there's no headspace to be talking about I'm unattractive. Okay, even when you don't meet the beauty standard. But I thought it was interesting that we also seem to be moving away from a specific kind of pretty, right? So we have a type of pretty that for a while now has been associated with luxury. So I'd put that under enhanced pretty, right? So you want to look like you've had some work done. So we're talking Kylie Jenner pretty. Okay, Hailey Bieber pretty. The type of pretty where they look nice, but they also don't particularly look natural.
Oh my gosh, this is absolutely insane. But this man is changing whole faces, and I can't help but, they look good. They look really good. And then look at this one. Oh, look at that face. Oh, a whole face. Let me show you the next. This one. This one had me gagged. Insanity. And then this one. Y'all, just go check out this Instagram account. And honestly, I don't blame these women. I don't be like, oh my God, why are you getting surgery? Why are you doing that? Because society is awful to people who don't look the part.
So that seemed for a while to be the aspiration. I want to look like that because I want to look expensive. I want to look like I've had Botox. There's actually people who go online, right, create content and they'll say, I'm going to the surgeon, okay, or I'm going to Botox lady. I want to look like I've had work done. Okay, and I want to look like that because if I look like I can spend a lot of money on me and my looks and enhancements, then people are going to get the impression that I've got money, and that's what I want people to think. I want people to think that I've got money. Okay, I want people to think that I'm luxurious. So we had that, and we have had that for a while. Okay, and we seem to be moving into a space where guys, the goalpost has moved, and no. Okay, no. Now all the Botox you've had, the facelifts you've had, the work you've had to your face to make you look luxury pretty, okay? To make you look pretty so that you have access to this luxury life or privilege, whatever that looks like. You know, you can live this life, this expensive life, hypothetically, because you have this particular look. Now, no, you need to look like you shop at the Row, guys. Okay? Which, in a lot of ways, what we're moving towards is more, okay, so it's either like conservative, right? Trad wifey, the Row, but also, I don't know if you guys are seeing it. You guys can let me know that in the comments, but also it kind of involves looking like slightly disheveled, okay? So you want to be like girl next door, you know, I just woke up like this, fresh faced, clean. Oh, I haven't done too much. Oh, you know, I've only got a little bit of makeup on, you know, not much. Maybe you do get Botox, but not Botox that's very obvious. So just subtle Botox. You don't have tons of extensions, okay? You don't have the really big lashes. Those lashes were crazy, okay? We're not even going to talk about lash blindness, but the lashes were crazy. Okay, so no, we don't have those, you know, the lashes anymore. We've got like maybe a little strip, or you know, maybe a little lash, but not much mascara, not much liner. Now that is a kind of aesthetic that we want. Okay, so I guess some of the messaging is less around being pretty. I don't know what about humans has us not wanting to admit that we favor attractiveness, okay? But for whatever reason, we don't really seem to be okay with that. So because we're not okay with it, it's kind of like we're moving into a stage where we're saying to each other online, you know, you don't have to be conventionally pretty anymore. Okay, it doesn't matter because there are some benefits to not being conventionally attractive. It might even be better to be not pretty. Guys, is anyone buying it? Is anyone buying it? Okay, because in real life, outside, in my experience anyway, okay, there is privilege that comes with being attractive, okay? And even though we are moving out of maybe the baddie girl pretty look, we're moving into Sydney Sweeney conservative-y look instead, right? What is held as the most attractive of those kind of aesthetics still involves being pretty. It still involves being attractive. You know, they're not having the least attractive of those baddies or least attractive of the conservative leaning as the poster child of these looks, of these aesthetics. The Row doesn't have conventionally unattractive models modeling their clothes, okay? So we're still leaning very pretty. So I'm not sure how I could come to any other conclusion other than the fact that pretty privilege does still exist. But I think that how being pretty relates to looking luxurious has shifted slightly. So you want to be a particular type of pretty. You want to be an Ivanka Trump pretty. Okay, you don't want to be a Kim Kardashian pretty. Okay, because if you look like that, you're new money. It's actually crazy, guys. We all need to go outside. The internet is dangerous. Okay, I know I'm here talking to you guys. You guys can log back on so we can chat, right? But outside of that, the internet is dangerous. Okay, some of the messaging, even the subtle messaging, is so problematic. Okay, you're new money if you're baddie. Okay, if you're baddie and you've got your logos, even though you've spent as much money as an Ivanka Trump on the look, okay, this is now, 2026, this is what you want to look like, don't you? It's crazy, okay? is crazy. We, of course, all get given the foundations we get given, and some of us are born prettier than others, but that doesn't mean that we have to be hopeless, okay? We can still work on how we present ourselves no matter what our foundation is. No matter what our foundation is, we can still make intentional decisions about how we choose to present ourselves, which comes with benefits for all people. No matter where you fall on the scale of attractiveness, okay, you can still get something out of intentionally thinking about how you present yourself. So what do you guys think about pretty privilege? Do you think it's dead? Have we all gone blind and now, you know, we don't care what anybody looks like anymore as long as they're wearing the role? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Bye-bye.